Greetings, dear ones. We are so pleased and honored to be with you today. We are dancing with joyful energy for the reunions that are happening within the energy of the group today. And of course, when we mean group, we mean not only the people in the room at this moment, but also those who will enjoy this transmission on your internet at a later time. Please know without a doubt that you are all loved beyond measure. You are always guided, you are always assisted, and you are divinely perfect exactly as you are in your now moment. Never forget that, dear ones. That is an important aspect of yourselves that we wish to encourage you to remember at all times as you move forward through the year of 2012 and beyond. If you can remember that fundamental piece of information, you will find it so much easier to keep in your balance as the energies begin to move forward in earnest. Today's group is a wonderful example of how souls can frequently move off on their own separate paths and yet you loop back around for joyful reunions. That is what we experience with you frequently as well. Every time you remember to tap back in, it is always a joyful reunion, although we stay with you at all times if you can understand this. It is the aspect of your remembering that we are here that brings the joyful reunion, if that makes sense. Do you see? We don't have a specific topic for today's channel. Rather, we have several points that we feel should be addressed to explain what many of you may be experiencing in the energies of today. There are many points that we would like to cover as we move forward through today's transmission. Many of you are experiencing the sensation of accelerated forward movement. If you have not experienced it in your life expression as yet, know that you will experience it this year at some point or another. Our dear one jokes frequently about how she feels like her hair should be flowing straight back in the wind and her skin stretched tight. She feels like she is moving forward that quickly. Many of you will be having these sensations. Now, for those of you who are practicing your skills, who remember to ground, who remember to, with their intention, shift with the energies, you will be navigating this with much more ease than those who will be afraid of movement and decide to practice resistance. Resistance to flow and movement only creates discomfort. We say to you that if you are in fear and discomfort, you are in resistance. Surrender. Surrender is the key to moving forward in these unprecedented and accelerated energies. Know that these are the moments that your soul has been waiting for. This is a joyful time. But many of you are finding it difficult to switch gears as quickly as what is required. Many of you had worked so diligently that you had been in a holding or waiting pattern, waiting for these energies, some of you for well more than a year of your earthly time. It is like being stuck in a waiting room for so very, very long, waiting for your number to be called. You've waited for so long you feel cramped and uncomfortable. You're dehydrated, your neck hurts, and you've fallen into a slumber because there is nothing else to do. And then suddenly the doors get whipped wide open and people expect you to instantly jump up and sprint forward. If you can imagine how that would feel, it would be most disorienting, wouldn't it? You would need the time to get the kinks out of your body, to give your body what it needs to awaken enough to remember where you are and who you are and what you wish to accomplish. This is very much what the energies of 2012 feel like. You've had the first couple of weeks of January to try to get your bearings, and now you are in your sprint trying to remember what you are here to create. Do you see? It can be most disconcerting indeed, but please know again, this is what you are here to experience. And if you approach it with the joy and excitement of forward movement, you will be embodying exactly the energies that you need in order to move forward and have this be a year of delight to you. So this is the first thing that we wish to share with you. We wish to remind you of our constant teaching that all movement is forward movement. We love when we watch humans on their spiritual path so mindfully moving forward. We love what your intention is, but we want you to know is that you can't make a mistake. Being in accelerated movement can be terrifying if you believe that you can make a mistake, correct? You cannot. You cannot make a mistake. Even if you fell flat on your face, it only makes us love you all the more. You cannot disappoint us. If you moved in the wrong direction, you would get uncomfortable and very quickly right your course. It is a self-adjusting flow, dear ones, that only moves you one way, and that is forward. Have you ever seen a stream move backwards? It doesn't happen. You are all moving forward. You have worked on yourselves to the point where you don't need to have the hard knocks in order to wake up and pay attention. Let that fear go. This is a joyous time. Do not take away from the joy and the excitement of where you are by all this old fear-based thinking. So imagine, if you will, the front card of a roller coaster. Do you wish to be the one with the smile of delight on your face, with your arms up in the air, screeching with the joy of being alive? Or do you wish to be the one that is curled in a fetal position in the back that is going to land up in the same place anyways? The difference is, those who have embraced the experience will jump out of the car when they arrive exhilarated and ready to embrace the next great adventure, exactly the attitude required for the creation of the new earth. Those who have resisted mightily will be arriving in the new space quite battered and worn. The ascension process is assured. How much you enjoy the ride is up to you. The next point we would like to address is this. We've said it before and we'll say it again. Honor your bodies. Your body will have very different requirements as you move forward throughout this year. You may start to crave things that you think are not good for your body. Dear ones, listen to what your body wants. For example, you could very well experience yourself craving a substance like salt, and you would say, I don't want to eat that salt. They say too much salt is bad for you, so I'm not going to listen to my body and I'm going to deny my craving. We encourage you to listen to what your body needs. These are unprecedented times, and many of the guidebooks or rule books are going to have to be thrown out the window. You are the experts on what you need. Give yourself permission to listen to what your body wants. Your sleep is going to be hugely affected as we move through this shift. You will swing wildly between needing vast amounts of deep slumber and having other nights where you barely sleep at all. Give yourselves permission to nap, dear ones. If you are meditators, use that skill. Many of you have these tools in preparation for the times that we are in now. Use them. If you feel like you need sun on your skin, please give yourself permission to do that rather than cower inside because you do not have sunblock because someone said it would be bad for you. Do you understand? Things are going to shift so much that you are not going to stay in one activity long enough for it to be harmful to you. Do you see? Listen to what you need and give yourself whatever it is that you are asking for, and do it with love, not guilt. This is so important. Honor and cherish yourself, and again, remember these energies are about unconditional love. We cannot say it enough times. You must start to demonstrate that to yourself first. In order to be a fully functioning vessel of the Christed energies, you must be able to hold the energies of unconditional love for yourselves first, because loving yourself is loving the whole, and vice versa. You cannot omit one and consider yourselves to be moving forward in your highest potential. We understand that you have been taught and conditioned that this is not a good thing to do. Those old ways of being were put out by people who were simply not qualified to tell you how to behave in these unprecedented times. You must love yourselves first, and by doing so, you will be the example for those who are going to be looking to you for guidance as these times move forward. The light workers, the energy workers, the enlightening beings on the planet are just getting their feet underneath them now. You are just starting to become accustomed to the energies of 2012. There will be a huge wave of people who will be coming mid-year after you, and there will be a lot of last-minute crammers trying to get on the boat at the last moment. They will be looking to you for guidance. Honor yourselves and understand your role here, please, dear ones. It is most important. At this stage of the game, it should not be that difficult for you to feel the love for who you really are. It is what you are here to experience. It is safe for you to do so. You will not be chastised for it. Again, being chastised for such things energetically is just not being supported anymore. You are safe. Please love yourselves. The next thing that we would like to talk about besides our usual unconditional love is surrender, faith, flow, and trust. Do you see? The message stays the same. We repeat it because we understand that through repetition people learn. We understand that in the human condition it is easy to forget. All that is required to move forward with grace and ease into what you are here to experience, which is far more glorious than what you could ever imagine, is surrender, faith, flow, and trust. It is simple. Do not allow other people's ideas to complicate it or muddy it in your mind. Do not make it more complicated than it needs to be. The next thing that we wish to discuss with you is the importance of letting go of attachment. Someone said to our dear partner in transmission this week, "I have everything I have ever wanted. Why am I not happy?" There will be a chorus of people saying the same thing this year. The teachings of the law of attraction reached so many souls several years ago in preparation for the times that you are in now. It was a very pivotal piece teaching those of the human condition how to be mindful with your thoughts and to get you to understand that you are all creators. This was preparation for you to step forward and start mindfully creating the new earth. It has become fairly mainstream. The idea has caught on and many people accept that your thoughts can create your experiences. Of course, in order to have such a broad appeal, it was initially used for the accumulation of things. What many people are finding now that the energies are so accelerated and they are recognizing that they can manifest in record time is that having all the things in the world is not filling the emptiness that sits within them. And this is a glorious experience for them because it is recognizing that happiness and wholeness must come from within. It is wonderful that people are landing in this place because it's forcing them to ask the next question, why? And what do I do about it? People who have received everything that they want and are still not happy had an attachment to the idea, if I just get this thing, I'll be okay. I'll feel great. This attachment thinking keeps you away from your authentic power. That is why it does not work. The joy and the happiness you seek, everything that you need to support your soul's blooming, all of that occurs in the now moment and all of it comes from you. So if you release your attachment to external circumstances making you happy, surrender to the guides and the flow that is here to assist you in getting exactly where you need to be. If you count your blessings, if you practice gratitude and hold your highest intention, you'll be experiencing joy within yourselves that you didn't even believe was possible. And it will be authentic because it is not dependent upon anything else but yourself and your connection to Source. We would say to you that regardless of what your situation may be, you can always tap into that quiet joy that is yours, that is unshakable. It is your birthright, and it is what you are here to embrace. You have heard many say that the illusion is dropping away now, and that is why people are not able to find happiness in the accumulation of things in certain circumstances. That was the illusion. It is now all about authenticity. People say to us, "Gabriel, how do I know what my purpose is?" It is the same for each and every one of you. Does that surprise you? You all have the same purpose, dear ones. It is to step into your authentic power and to assist others to do the same. Of course, it will have many different flavors and variations. You are here to experience being in joy and to be your highest expression of Creator Self. Of course, that will be different for each and every one of you, but the sole purpose is the same. You do not like to hear this because it is too simple for you. Those of the human condition like to complicate things. You are here to remember who you really are, to embrace your authentic self, and to assist others to remember who they really are. If you all do that, you will be experiencing heaven on earth. It has been a marvelous session today, and we have enjoyed ourselves immensely. We honor you for being here. We honor you for your courage and your love and your sensitivity. You are so loved. Allow that knowingness to enter into your heart and carry it with you for all of your days. This is what we wanted to share with you today.